Good morning, guys. As you can see, our garden's still not plowed up, and we're going to go over here and we're going to try to start this tractor. I had tried it earlier and the battery was weak, so what better time to show you about my boosters and all, let you see what they can do. I'll see you. So guys, we got the camera adjusted around where you can see it. Can you see that? Okay, that's my ohm meter. Let's see how much power we got in this battery. I tried to start it earlier, but I don't know exactly how much battery I have there. It's 12.38 volts. So it shows nearly a full charge, but this is a diesel. So it takes a lot of cranking out for this thing. So we're gonna try both of these boosters, charge boosters. What they're called. This one I've got up here is a FatMax Stanley FatMax. It's 1,000 peak battery amps, and my battery status is 12.7 volts. All right, we're gonna try it with this thing. So we got to get these cables put on the right one. Be careful, guys. Always wear face eye coverage. You want to make sure your eyes are protected. Years ago I had a battery blow up. Luckily, thank the good Lord, it didn't do any harm to us, but they will blow up, so be careful when you try this. Okay, I'll have to get around this on this side over here. So on this one particular charger, what we have to do is hook them up, and then we have to turn the boost on. Let me get up here, because you got to almost do it instant. My trusty helper's having to hold it for me. What do we got there, love?
182.8, I believe.
What do we got? I think that means it's about dead or something. Show them what it says here.
It's hard to say.
1.3 volts. So we're going to take this off. Evidently, it just couldn't do it, and you don't want to keep on with it, guys. You burn the system out. So you make sure you turn your switch back off. And I realize that it's turning over pretty good. And this may not be a fair test, but we're just going to see what this Schumacher will do, because it takes a whole lot to get this thing going. It doesn't start necessarily real quick. I like to sometimes put a little starter fluid in it. Helps it start. And this is the Schumacher. I did this in a video a few weeks back. Schumacher. Charged at 100%. And then this is a 1200 cranking amps. So it's a little stronger. The main reason I have two of them, I wanted one a little stronger than the other. But you hook this up just the same way you did the other. But you don't attach it to your tractor or your charge booster until you get ready to charge it. So it's got a red light on it, coming on it right there, which means my batteries are not completely charged. All right, love. Let me see. This charges in right here in this port. Little port on top, little blue two buttons. So I got to get ready. As soon as this thing clicks, you got to turn it over. does have a little light on it, so if this happens at night, you got a light you can see by. It clicked. Seems like it turned it over much faster. So I think we need to unplug it a minute and let it reset. This thing has to reset. It's about drained. I think you want to really recharge this when this thing gets, I don't know, it's 87%. I wouldn't run it below 60. Okay, let's try it again. Takes a lot to do this. I may have to bring my truck out here and boost it off with it. All right, I don't know, guys. All right, nothing. We'll have to bring the truck battery out here. But you see it was turning it over really nicely. Just wanted you to see that for. If I were going to buy either one of these, even though this one, watch out, sweetheart. Even though the Stanley has more features on it, it's got a compressor, it's got a battery status, it's got an alternator check, plus it has a little light on it, and it has these USB power supplies on it. It's a good one, it's just I needed a little more oomph. So I think overall, I like this Schumacher better. Plus that one's heavy. It feels like it weighs a good 15 pounds, where this one's like maybe 2 pounds. All right, guys, we got a little help now. Let's try it. Let's big boy on it. See what happens when we get a little more power on there. Guys, I'm sorry I didn't get that on camera, but I had to let it sit there for about 5 minutes and charge on the truck, boosting it off with my truck. Finally started up. So it looks like we might get this old garden spot plowed after all.
Mojo's finally plowing the garden up. Today's a beautiful sunshiny day. Trying to get it plowed before it starts raining again. But I told him not to wear that silly hat with that tail on it. I don't know what that's all about. But glad to see him getting the garden plowed so we can get some seeds planted and have a garden. Mojo's work on building this soil up, it looks a lot better than it used to. It used to just be red and sandy, but it's starting to look a lot richer. He's enjoying riding that tractor. I remember as a child growing up, my granddad had a tractor, and he wouldn't allow me to ride on it. But I would follow him every step that tractor took. I was about 4 or 5 years old. I loved it when he plowed up the field to plant the garden.
So it took me a long time to get going, but had a little problem in my tractor. But man, there's just something to be said about digging in the dirt. I guess it's a guy's thing, but I guess girls may like it too. I know me and my sister made mud pies when we were kids. But I love the smell of soil, turning soil. I think it's a God thing, guys. I really do. Thank you, guys.